Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Brian from USA Cards, and it's been a pre-party before the Dallas Card Show. I remember in college, back when I used to party a little bit, it was the pre-parties where you had all the fun, with getting ready with all your friends, you sitting around, like partaking, whatever that might have meant for you. And then really not leaving the apartment or the house or the dorm or whatever until midnight, to go out. But it was always the pre-party, and that was the funnest. And so it kind of reminds me of that. Speaking of Dallas Card Show, going tomorrow on Saturday, going to spend the night taking my son, whole nine. Missed the last Dallas Card Show a bit because he was in the state playoffs, so we were only able to go to the trade night. So tomorrow we're looking forward to it. He actually has a basketball tournament sort of in the middle of the show. We'll see how that goes. It is what it is. It's only 5 minutes down the street, thankfully. But I have been doing some pre-partying of my own before the Dallas show, and I kind of teased in my last video that I had a mail day, talking about the 98 Topps Chrome Refractors, the basketball set. And I mentioned that I had another 98 Topps Chrome Refractor coming in the mail. It is here. I will show you that soon, but I have been selling like crazy. Just went up to Joplin, Missouri to see my grandmother. Wouldn't you know it, I hit an amazing 4th of July sale at one of my favorite places to go. So the North Park Mall in Joplin, Missouri is still a viable, although it's pretty depressing. It's still it's a mall that people at least use, whether or not they're just walking it. So many mall walkers. Joplin's got a lot of elderly people in it, but they go to the mall, stay out of the heat, and they walk the mall. They're called mall walkers. But one of the stores at the Joplin North Park Mall is called Vintage Stock, and Vintage Stock is like, I don't know if you remember Hastings, where they had all the used CDs, and then they had music, clothing, and they had movies, and they had all used movies, all this stuff. Video games, all that. It's sort of like that, but they also have a toy section. They also have a card section. One of my favorite places to go when I visit my grandmother. So I take Keaton every time we go to Joplin. So we went there, got there Monday, went there Tuesday afternoon, and they had these really nice PSA 10 cards, which I'll show you a few in a moment. I said, if I made an offer, could you, if I bought several of these, could that be done? And she's like, it's kind of what it says is the price, but on the 4th of July, we're having a buy two, get one free sale. I said, really? On the used cards? And she said, yep, on the used cards. So buy two, get one of equal or lesser value for free. I said, I'll be back. So that was fun. I picked up a few cards there. Picked up a big birthday present for my son. Kind of got to be quiet about that. I gave him a little pre-party gift yesterday. I was going to hold, I got him 3 cards. I was going to hold one of them back, but went ahead and gave him that last night. And it was this right here, this flawless game used Scotty Barnes. Looks like it's the S from Barnes, if I had to guess, but he loves Scotty Barnes. I think because he's goofy. And I've talked about in the past just sort of our oddball, goofball collection we like to do, and he has locked in on Scotty Barnes as being a goofball, so he loves him. So I was happy to give that to him. That wasn't that big of a card. I think it was $100, not much. Surprisingly, I think it could have gone for more. Anyway, the seller on eBay was cool. Let me just go ahead quickly and show you everything that I moved to get into what I bought. Again, everything that I buy has to come from my collection, so essentially everything ends up being a trade. Let me start with this 15 card lot, and I'll just show you these cards here. They're all 2015 Vibranium from Upper Deck Marvel cards, but they're all PSA 10. All but one of them was a 9. I bought a couple boxes chasing sketch cards back in like 2017. These boxes were dirt cheap. They were blowing them out on Breakers TV. Hit a couple sketches, and I had all these Marvel numbered cards, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I graded them. They all came back gem, And I floated them a couple times out on the Marvel Collectors group on Facebook, and nobody ever seemed too interested. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna auction these. I'm gonna auction them on eBay. Come what may, I'll be happy with whatever I get. I ended up selling 2 7-card lots to 2 different guys, and then a 1-card purchase on the Black Cat. Somebody paid like $130 on the Black Cat. But all in all, after fees, I moved 15 Marvel Vibraniums for $525. So I was very happy about that. That's after fees and everything. I also have 2 more going up. These will be different parallels. They are the Radiants. So I've got Kitty Pryde and I've got Whirlwind. And both of those will start at 99 cents on Sunday. So if you're into any of the Marvel stuff, be on the lookout for that. Okay, what else did I move? I'm looking here at my notes. I had to write them down. So much I had to write it down. I mentioned last time, this market feels like it's hot. And it's probably because of the National and people are wanting inventory for it. But I've been able to sell, man. It's crazy. And a lot of, well, mostly non-sport stuff. So I sold this Shane Garvey Garbage Pail Kids triple sketch called a triptych. So $525 on the Marvel, got $535 on this. That was a nice bring back off of eBay. So I didn't have any fees there. I also sold this Pingatori sketch. I just did a video showing all the sketches that I put in my binder. Somebody watched it, asked about a specific sketch, offered me a good price, $425 off of eBay, took it. Same thing happened on these 2 Chris Meeks Garbage Pail Kid sketches. Somebody saw them in my video. We worked back and forth a little bit, $700 for those 2. Randomly sold this Juan Hernan Gomez. I can't talk it. Immaculate. I don't know if I have a picture, so they're probably. I sold it for $25. It's not a big deal, but every penny counts, right? And then another, probably the biggest sale I had, and this is sort of worth stopping down to talk about for a second, was this 2022 Bowman University Refractor Auto Rookie Caitlin Clark PSA 10 Pop. I want to say in the 20s on the refractor. So I bought this at $1,800 before the women's tournament. I just wanted to have a Caitlin Clark. I wanted to just get, like, you know, her most iconic card up to that point. A refractor out of $4.99. PSA 10. And I wanted to enjoy the tournament. And I didn't really know if I had an exit plan with this card or not, but I just made the purchase, right? So that you know the story, they go on to lose to South Carolina in the finals, and all you heard for the next 2 weeks was, if you're holding Caitlin Clark, you got smoked. Trying to sell Caitlin Clark now, you're 2-3 weeks late. You're a loser if you got Caitlin Clark cards. How could you, her market's trash, blah, 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 right? Well, she gets picked by first by the Fever, and then she sort of has a slow start in her WNBA career, but lately she's been on fire. I'm up at my grandma's, sitting in my hotel room. This is about 3 nights ago. Somebody pings me. Somebody offers me, what was it? $2K on this. On eBay, I had it for I think I had it for $3K or best. They offered $2K. I was like, ooh. Even if I move this on eBay, I'll only be losing $100 from where I got in at it. And so I wanted to, not that I don't believe in Caitlin Clark, because I certainly do. It's just that to be able to get out of this card for what I put into it would have been a good move on my end. Just to cash back out and then wait for her WNBA stuff to come out. But I thought, you know what? Let me reach out to this person. Let me see if I can take them off. And sure enough, I was able to find them. He saved a little bit of money on what his offer would have basically come to with taxes and all that stuff. And I saved like $300, not having to deal with eBay fees. Sold it for $2K net, so he paid $20.80 business goods and services, and I cleared $20.20. So I made $220 on this Caitlin Clark card. He's happy, I'm happy, And, you know, it's just like, I wasn't looking to make money on this card. Um, some people say, you know, I held it too long or what have you, but it all works out, right? I mean, I made 220 bucks on it. So that gave me $4,225 to, right, have for the Dallas show, to have for tomorrow. Incidentally, I saved $550 on eBay fees. I've pretty much already blown through all of that. And let me start with showing you some of the small stuff. I bought this LaMelo Ball Prism Silver PSA 10. I remember when these first came out, and there was something, I think, with centering, or with maybe it was with a dimple issue, something with these, and you just couldn't get a 10. I have a horrible trade that I made where I traded like 4 9s and a bunch of other crap for one of his 10s. It's way on back in my video list, but I just thought, you know what? I have to get this. It's $300. It was Ryan's Cards LLC on Instagram. It's on its way to me. I don't have it yet, but this and the Deshaun Watson White Sparkle Prism are 2 cards I needed just to be able to point to in my collection and be like, there's a story I'd like to tell you about both of those. So that's coming on its way. And then the Mavericks traded for this guy, so I figured I'd pick up his blue. You know, 2 years ago, Quentin Grimes was part of a potential trade for, what's his name? Donovan Mitchell. And the Cavaliers wanted Quentin Grimes, and the Knicks said he was untouchable, so that never got done. That bought us for $40. So he's a newest Maverick aside from Klay Thompson, which, wow, that's a whole nother video for another time. But I did pick this up for $40 on that one. Here's another one that's on its way for Keaton. It's the Scotty Barnes Prism Snakeskin PSA 10. That's cool. That was another $100 on that. On our way up to Joplin, we were watching Ethan's card shop, Ethan's baseball card shop. I don't know. He's the guy. I think he's in Kentucky. Young guy, has a card store, is a teacher, opened it, doing his thing. I really like to support him when I can. He was doing a card sale. So the whole way up to see my grandma, it's about a 6-hour trip. We were listening to his card sale on Monday night. He was breaking some 2024 Series 2, and he broke a box of Bowman's Best Baseball, and then he did the singles sale. And the only thing I got was this Prince Fielder Archives auto, but paid $25 for that. That's pretty cool. What else? That is taking me to this. So, like I mentioned, I go to Vintage Stock and I see that they're going to be having a 4th of July buy 2 get 1 free sale. And so they had some really nice Nolans. I'll show you these PSA 9s. I think it was a 77 and a 79 maybe. But they were good prices. They were just not, I didn't want to sink a ton of, like, that's not the play I was going after. But I probably could have got both of those and like $1,200 worth of other free cards, because the cool part was the manager was there and he was willing to make the totals work. So let's say, so these were $250 each, but but one of these cards, this one, was only $200. So instead of being like, well, you get the lesser of the 3 for free, he was like, go ahead and pick a $50 Pokemon card out to my son to make it to where, you know, $250, and then $200 plus $50 for free. So he was willing to make the math work, which is really cool. So these are what I picked up. You know, just 80s stuff, liquid stuff, Greg Maddux rated rookie, Bowman Griffey rookie, and an 85 Donruss Nolan Ryan. Not a whole lot to say on those other than these are cards from my childhood that definitely make me smile, have a little nostalgia for, and they're all gem mint 10s. And 2 of them are black border, which are really hard to gem. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but pick one and I got it for free basically. So even if I move them at decent prices, I'm going to make some money on that. So that was fun. And then, let's see, are we to the end? There is a pretty sizable Scotty Barnes card coming to me that I'm going to wait till Keaton's birthday to give to him. So I'll show you what that is on his birthday. But the other card, the main card was bringing back was this, and this is what I was referring to when I said I had a 1998 Topps Chrome Refractor rookie coming, but it wasn't basketball. It is the Randy Moss rookie refractor pop. Gosh, what was the pop on this? Not a ton. I'll have to look and get back to you on that. I'll put it down here on the screen here. But found this, bought this actually from AA Mint Cards, that card shop down in Florida. So it was able to take that off of eBay, save a little bucks. They save a little bucks. This is an interesting refractor because it's like the gold color. So it's not as super shiny, you know, as the basketball Topps Chrome Silvers from 1998. But I really like it because it's sort of understated. I don't know if the refractor is coming through on the camera, but very cool. And of course, Randy Moss. Part of my cheat code PC, him, Dion, Bo. Any other cheat code? Maddox might fit under a cheat code PC, wouldn't he? Maybe even Nolan Ryan. But anybody that was so good, it was like they were using cheat codes. So that is sort of the pre-party in a nutshell. Get all this stuff in one shot here. Dallas Card Show starts tomorrow. Not really sure what my goal is, if I even have a goal. Really, I'm just going to see what catches my fancy, see what catches my eye, and go from there. But we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how many people show up, being, what is it, a week, 2 weeks before the National, and it's like a couple days after the 4th of July. I expect it to be not totally packed, but I mean, who knows? There's a lot of people looking for inventory last second before the National, so I'll do some reporting back and let you know what we do, what we pick up, what we find, how the vibe was, how many people were there, what was hot, what was moving. And yeah, if you're going to the National, wear good shoes. If you see a card you like, make the move, make the play for it there. Don't walk off. What else? Stay hydrated. Eat a banana. And hopefully you've done all your comping. This is probably, I've never even been to the National. I can just tell you, this is probably the #1 tip. Even more important than comfortable shoes and staying hydrated. Comp all the cards that you have that you want to move beforehand. Write them down. That way you're not trying to fight for internet. Because I imagine the internet's going to be crazy. And then if you do have in mind some cards you're looking for, have that all comped out too. That way you aren't sitting there. God, there's nothing worse than sitting at a dealer table trying to be inconspicuous, right? And try to pull up comps on your phone won't work because there's no Wi-Fi. Because everyone in the whole room is trying to do the same thing you are. So do your pre-comps and have fun. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. Till then, later.